Welcome to Open Tab episode 2. I'd like to start off this episode by saying thank you for everyone who tuned into last week's episode, left a thumbs up on it, gave me some support in the comments down below. Again, if you are a listener and you want your music featured on the show, please leave a comment down below. I'll go through them and try to get a few songs in the upcoming episodes. For this week's episode, I'm going to do something a little different. I am not going off a script. I'm going to just go with the flow. I only have my running order up here beside me, so we're going to see how that goes. Let me know what you think of it. Again, thank you for tuning to last week's episode, and let's just get into the second episode. This week we are going to be exploring more kind of hip hop kind of sound stuff. I'll be looking at some underground kind of stuff, like some of the stuff that I mentioned last week, like Bones. We have The Can, Craig's Den, as well as some kind of local stuff like Wax White and GNS. I mean, apart from that, I think the best thing to do is just get straight into it. 90s underground hip hop group atmosphere with God's bathroom floor, laying the foundations for emo rap. Here you go.
From a head full of pressure as the senses that I clutched. Made a date with divinity, but she wouldn't let me fuck. I got touched by a hazy shade of God, helped me change. Caught a rush on the floor from the life in my veins. From a head full of pressure as the senses that I clutched. Made a date with divinity, but she wouldn't let me fuck. I got touched by a hazy shade of God, helped me change. Caught a rush on the floor from the life in my veins. It goes 1 for the cannabis, and 2 for your Dianetics, 3 for the reasoning, and 4 for those that try to get it. 5 for your love, and 6 for the stress, and 7 for the day that I climbed into this mess. From a head full of rest that I made a date with divinity, but she wouldn't let me fuck. And I got touched by a hazy shade of God, helped me change, and caught a rush on the floor from the life in my veins. I'm catching ulcers from the childproof lighters and all of these fine-tooth fighters that keep the wires in my head tighter. I'm tired out by the distances achieved, walking in my sleep. Thoughts got shifted since the high, got a tad too deep. Asked dad to keep cool. I call him back as soon as I resume normal and get out of this bathroom. And call management to seek some reimbursement for the nerve endings that burnt from the first hits. From a head full of pressure as the senses that I clutched. Made a date with divinity, but she wouldn't let me fuck. I got touched by a hazy shade of God, helped me change. Caught a rush on the floor from the life in my veins. Head full of pressure as the senses that I clutched. Made a date with divinity, but she wouldn't let me fuck. And I got touched by a hazy shade of God, helped me change. Caught a rush on the floor from the life in my veins. So fuck needles, fuck smoke, fuck lines that make the sinus choke. Fuck chases, trails, fuck waves and rails. Fuck hangovers, fuck hallucinations, regurgitations, mandatory sentences, anti-weight tracing, blind my insight and dull the common sense. Give me inhibition, kill the superstition and the confidence. Built a tolerance, now it's more that I consume, and when it pours up my room, the world's whores will croon in unison. Unify the eulogy. Autopsy pages read euthanasia, i.e. irony. Well, here I be within a pool of my drool, sedated, windows dilated, comatose, life overdose. Tell Jacob Miles to keep it wild style. I promise I'll smile and check the floor. God's got nice tile. Tell Jacob Miles to keep that shit wild style, and I'll smile and check the floor. God's got nice tile. From my head full of pressure as the senses that I clutched. Made a date with divinity, but she wouldn't let me fuck. And I got touched by a hazy shade of God, helped me change. Caught a rush on the floor from the life in my veins. From a head full of pressure as the senses that I clutched. I made a date with divinity, but she wouldn't let me fuck. And I got touched by a hazy shade of God, helped me change. And caught a rush on the floor from the life in my veins. Head pressure, senses, clutch, date, divinity, wouldn't fuck, touched, hazy, God, change, rush, floor, life.
That was Atmosphere by God's God's Bathroom Floor by Atmosphere. One of the more darker sounding tunes from Atmosphere. You know, they are known for kind of, you know, storytelling, kind of dark kind of stuff. You know, back in the 90s even, that was just unheard of. You know, you have the likes of God Loves Ugly and Lucy Ford, done by the same fellas. You know, they kind of did lay some of the groundwork for emo rap as we know it today. You know, leading to, you know, inspiring the likes of Eminem and his kind of, you know, more dark, emotional stuff, you know. And then obviously that just goes off with its whole different thing. So, you know yourself, you know. Anyway, I'd like to put this question to the audience. What kind of music have you all been getting into lately? Personally, I've been listening to Weed Main, you know, Suicide Year and that shit. But I want to know what people are listening to, you know, aside from listening to this, you know. Tell me, you know. It doesn't have to be rap. It could be anything. It could be heavy metal. It could be rock. It could be jazz. It could be trip hop. You know, anything. Let me know what you're listening to. I want to start a conversation here. You know, last week I did say I've been getting into Bones. You know, my friend actually messaged me. He's like, "Yo, Aaron, that show is actually pretty good. Next week you should play a bit of Bones." I was like, you know what, fuck it, why not? Here's CntrlAltDel by Bones.
ADHD, go press the AC, yelling like you hate me. When the sun starts screaming, I let my ice save me. I put it on, yeah, and my temperature drop, yeah. Father time, diamonds press pause and they stop, yeah. Cryogenic fitness, I'ma be the last fossil. Now for my next trick, I will die proper. Look at my duffel with these blades and they just got polished. Thinking about the day, bring me nothing but silence. Running up with that bucket, I'm glad that I left my bag. You say y'all last if it happened, reply with laughter. Never won the banter, I wanna up the ante. Every day I take the stand and put away they can't see. Forever what they can't be, never understand me. I'd rather be the one they hate than the one they think is friendly. Dots hit the competition if there ever was any. Drag to the trash ash, then I right click empty. You can't edit this body, all these layers are locked away. Told them system 32 is something they don't need to operate. Systems froze and now everybody hate me. Nothing new to me, I'm used to it thankfully. Reboot text, yes, you can all thank me. I am the virus that got your heart racing. Once I hit you with that bad space, you ain't coming back, no. CntrlAltDel, you give me space like time. Once I hit you with that bad space, you ain't coming back, no. CntrlAltDel, you give me space like time.
And we're back again. That was CntrlAltDel by Bones. I wasn't meant to see Bones in March this year, but obviously the way things are going at the moment with the fucking lockdown and the coronavirus and shit, that's been cancelled. You know, if you're on the subreddit, you saw that shit got cancelled. It's a shame that we can't have all the good things in life, you know, just because some people don't want to wear a mask or wash their hands and shit, you know. Even in work, I see the amount of people I see not wearing a mask in work is actually stupid. Normally you think you see only the one stubborn cunt who just would not wear a mask, but there's actually a very good few, which is actually fucking pretty tragic in my opinion. Kind of annoys me. As of late, KOTA the Friend has released a new album, Lyrics on the Go Volume 2. You know, it's weird because I saw him on the come up. I remember watching his Mama Freestyle on my Instagram Explorer feed a few years ago. I went onto his page. I don't think he was even on Spotify at that point. He was only on SoundCloud. Yeah, he had something like 20k listeners at most. And then like just seeing him go up and up, like it's really weird. Like it's cool, but like it's just like whoa. Like I stopped listening to him for about a year or two. I was like, I came back to him and he's like, what? You have like 1 million streams on Spotify? What? Like I remember listening to Pound Tree Liquor and I was like, oh, this shit is actually pretty cool. I'm gonna keep an eye on this dude. And then I check into him there about 2 years ago. I'm like, what the fuck? Like he grew so much. So I mean, you know, it's that kind of lo-fi storytelling kind of hip hop stuff. You know, kind of 90s boom bap kind of sound. You know what I mean? So we're gonna go back to back with 2 tunes right now. Emotionally Dumb by KOTA Friend off his new album, and Rhodes by GNS. Both in the same kind of category of that lo-fi storytelling hip hop. You know. So let's just get into it.
I'm emotionally dumb. I hop on every song, bearing souls, spilling guts. Cause it's the only place that I don't feel like I'll be judged. If I tell you how I'm feeling over samplers and drums, boy, I fuck up every day, hurting people that I love. Cause I can't communicate, it's the way that I came up. I internalize the bad and it's hard for me to trust. I got narcissistic qualities, I hear I'm out of touch. But I'm hella sensitive, I feel it if I'm penning it. If I put it out, I only did it for your benefit. I really stay alone to protect you from myself. Used to hide behind the drugs, now I hide behind my wealth. I said later to my heart, just to focus on the bread. Cause my baby needed food, clothes, linen on his bed. Woman from my past told me that I'm turning cold and it's sad. I used to make her feel like she was home, bring her back, but it's hard though. I was younger, dumber with my guard low. Now I'm numb, sending big money through Wells Fargo. Y'all the only ones that get the best of me though. My higher self is on the track and the rest of me low, but I'm working on it. No more escaping when I'm hurting. No more self-sabotage, living against my purpose. More appreciation for myself when I ain't perfect. Every day I get up and grow, that's what I chose.
I hit the reset button, not by choice, I still gotta give him something. This recent sudden, but I should be sleeping, sun is rising. The wires control escaping me like latency. My voice belated, wait and see. Progress, I'll make it just like it's powdery. I made this beat, I cannot stop with ease. Cause my God made me me. You do it all for the cheese, please. I do it all on the bee's knees. Kinda stay shooting, say cheese, please. Stacking my portion for peace and peace. Receiving our fortune with blessings.
Some dope shit.
On this road again, God knows my end. My will won't bend. This ain't pretend. No. On this road again, I don't know what's God. I will my end. All that is left. My will won't bend. Don't know this ain't pretend. All that is on this road again.
I will almost almost 2 years worth
on this road again.
I won't let it hurt.
On this road again.
So as I'm recording this on the 20th of January. So this is, I think it is Mr. Joe Biden's inauguration today. But before that happened, I think this came out like a few hours ago. Trump, as a last act of presidency, right? He pardons Lil Wayne and Kodak Black. What a way to go out on, you know? I mean, that is just legendary. It's legendary. I mean, like he did do some questionable things in the past, like at most. But I mean, like, pardoning Lil Wayne and Kodak Black is just absolutely insane. I don't think I've never seen anything like that done before. If only he could have done the same for Bobby Shmurda. I saw another thing as well that if you saw Tiger King on Netflix, the Joe Exotic guy, his team had a whole limousine prepared for him because they thought, oh, Trump's pardoned these two fellas. What if he pardons our boy Joe here? Like, I don't know, that's a bit stupid. Like, I saw it and I just started dying laughing because I had a whole limousine rented out and all this shit just for him. And, like, there's no way that's happening because, like, what correlation is there between Lil Wayne and Kodak Black and Exotic Joe? It is very just kind of out of left field kind of thinking, if you know what I mean. Like, I don't know, man. I will say, with this whole lockdown stuff, I could have been getting into some, I don't know, I've been getting into some weird antics, I mean, that start of summer there, I made a video about an anime that I watched. It was only 6 episodes. I enjoyed it, and I enjoyed making it. I did fuck up the rendering though because I wasn't really used to the Premiere rendering options that they had. But I mean, I know now, so I mean, I might even go back and just re-render that video, put it up again. But like, even now, like, I played a game that I never even heard of before called Stalker. It was like some 2007, like kind of survival horror-ish kind of first-person shooter kind of thing. Like it's a weird game, but like I fell in love with it. Like really, it has an odd charm to it. It's very janky, very janky. But got into that. I'm getting into all sorts of different music now, like even more than I have been before. And I dropped out. I'm here making this show. I mean, this show is probably going to be one of the bigger things of lockdown, of like all the lockdowns combined, if that makes sense. So, let me know down below, audience, what have you been getting up to since this lockdown business? Tell me now. Like, I want to know. I want to see what people are up to. Maybe even talk about it in next week's episode. Like, say if you have your own thing going for, just touch on that. Give you a little shout out on that. So, I think it's time we get into our next song. Flickin Ash by Craig Zen.
Reminiscing, I'm flicking ash out the window. I'm reminiscing, and I'm flicking ash out the I'm flicking ash out the backseat window. I'm flicking ash out the window.
I'm reminiscing, flicking ash out the window. I remember it was genuine, but now I feel I'm pushing an agenda. Got brothers in cells like spinning out, pouring the ground, and they spirits keep me up when I'm feeling doubtful. I'm reminded, recollecting all the memories we made, all the strength and wisdom. But what do I gotta do for me to win? What do I gotta do to overcome it? Have it all make sense? Because the pain is debilitating lately. I've been hella anxious, talking about how shit won't change, but I gotta keep digging up out of that mindset. I gotta remember to do my job here. It's not my time yet, but the pain is debilitating lately. I've been hella anxious, talking about how shit won't change, but I gotta keep digging up out of that mindset. I gotta remember to do my job here. It's not my time yet, but the reminiscing, flicking ash out the window. Reminiscing, flicking ash out the window. Here is not reminiscing, flicking ash out the motherfucking backseat window. Catch the ash that I'm flicking out the motherfucking.
Alright, I think for this episode, I think we'll leave it at that. Again, had no script. I thought I'd try a bit of freeform speech on this week's episode, So again, thank you all for the support on last week's episode. If you have any feedback, please leave in the comments down below. Any artists out there that want their songs featured on the show, comments are open to you as well. I'll be going through them. I really want to promote people's music, you know. It gives me something to talk about as well. It helps both of us really. I get content for my show and you get a show. Like, I just want to help people grow that little bit more, even if it's only by 1 or 2. Like, every little helps, as I say, you know. Again, comments down below, I'll go through them, try to get a few for next week's episode. So I think for this week we are going to leave it off on another back-to-back 50 Licks by Lord Khan and Young Fella by Wax White. I'll see you all next week, and thank you so much again. See you later.
Keep me eyes open when I'm on the streets, I'm in check. I know some boys hoping that you know they beat you to death. I'm just the last of a new dying breed, little young blood. Just the last of a new dying breed, little young blood. But keep me eyes open on the streets, I'm in check. I know some boys hoping that you know they beat you to death. I'm just the last of a new dying breed, little young blood. Just the last of a new dying breed, little young blood. Who are you, little young blood? You never know what's on the other side of the window. Looking through, little young blood. I'm a kill, little young blood. With the clothes, put the toes in the shoes, little young blood. Making moves, little young blood. I'm a
real young blood with the real young blood. How you feel, young blood? These young bloods never seen what I'm about to bring. If you feel how I fucking feel, tell me you agree. Young blood red dot on the young blood's head, Navy SEAL. Young blood all about the green, all about the green. Young blood said I'm all about the green. Young blood I'm a tree hugger, I'm the Michael Jackson thriller cover. I'm a mean mugger with the white suit on, straight jacket on the sleeve. Young youngler.
Tell me what you want and you can tell me what you need, youngler. But it won't work, boy, cause I don't believe youngler's coming at me with your angle 45 degree, youngler. You have a disease, youngler, stay away from me,
we
youngler.
heard them all coming, we hit the floor jumping, light up a torch for me. You always all something, but it won't cost money. No, it won't cost nothing. They tried to all study us, but they're all pussy. Break down the floor for me, they say they're all fuzzy. Oh, you don't like this? You can't fuck off, buddy. Me little small bunny, she hit the floor for me. She says I talk funny, I made her walk funny.
If she pisses me off, she can hit the door for me. She wants to hit me with the claw and put a pause on me. I'm the controller, she puts the game on pause for me. I tell her, you will open up your jaw for me. You should put your whole clique in the bin. Me and the young flick get a groupie every city we're in. Me and the young flick live the fast life, it isn't the same. We do it once, do it again and again and again.
Boys hoping when I'm on the streets I'm in check. I know some boys hoping that you know they beat you to death. I'm just the last of a new dying free little youngler.
Just the last of it. Freedom.
Yeah.